Welcome, Saurabh. Welcome to CricketNext. Thank you so much for giving your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Saurabh, first of all, hard luck for the Super 8, but the entire World Cup, you guys have been sensational. So I just want to know how would you summarize the experience of the past few weeks?
Yeah, I think it was a very special journey for each one of us. Uh, Grateful to have got the platform, especially hosting an event of such a large scale. Uh, we had prepared really well as a team leading to the 2 3 months before the tournament. And yeah, I'm really proud of the way everybody stepped up and everybody contributed in different moments. And it's a special achievement to reach the Super 8 when you're playing in the tournament for the first time. You've trained with limited resources. And yeah, it's a good landmark for sort of growth of the sport in the country now.
Nice. It was, in fact, we in India also th enjoyed thoroughly how the USA went through the tournament. Okay, Saurav, I would like to ask you how often were you active on social media because you were everywhere since that game against Pakistan. You people here in India have been talking about you, and to mention, there was a post I saw you which said how much this Netravalkar boy would like to achieve. अब past में जाके सचिन तेंदुलकर का भी विकेट लेगा क्या? So how was it for you? Social media hype in such a short span of time.
Yeah, actually didn't expect to get this much of a traction, but I'm really grateful for the support and the good wishes that I've received. Um, with respect to myself and my routines will still stay the same. Like I'm just posting what I would usually post. But like it's great that people are aware of our journeys and are starting to follow it, and that will be good if anybody else can get inspired by our journeys and take up the sport alongside their career. So that would be good. Yeah.
Exactly. And as I said, you were pretty much, viral on social media. Out of so many stories that I came across about you, one of the interesting ones was your reunion with cricket, which you had left in India and moved on to US. But, the matchmaking was done again. So could you please take us through that I mean, that series of incidents, how you, reunited with cricket in the US?
Yeah, so I sort of gave up the sport at professional level in 2015 when I decided to move to the US for my master's degree. Yeah, I never expected to sort of play cricket, let alone play professionally. When I came to college, saw few players, like few students playing for fun, joined them in college. Then realized that they had formed a college cricket club and they used to play college tournaments. So just started playing for fun, like alongside my studies there. Got a job in San Francisco, discovered club cricket on the weekends. There, it was mostly social cricket. Started playing that for fun every weekend with my job. I didn't used to train or practice or anything like that. Just used to play on the weekends. In those club teams, I had a few teammates who were part of the national team at that time. So that's when I discovered about the existence of the like national team and how the structure was. Like there are different pockets in the US where there is good club cricket, and there are very few places where there are proper cricket pitches. Los Angeles is one, Florida is one where there was a stadium. So I used to try to visit these places on the weekends and play matches there. Play the limited tournaments that used to happen. So slowly started making a name by performing in these places. And when I completed 3 years in the US, ICC relaxed the eligibility criteria.
Yeah.
Actually, it used to be 7 years, and
Hmm.
luckily, when I completed 3 years, it became three. And that's when also I had got a chance to train with the national team, and they had seen me, so they onboarded me, and that's how the journey started with the US national team.
Well, I spoke to your father after that Pakistan game, and he also expressed his feeling that ICC made that relaxation in the rule because my son was there to play for the USA.
I
But
would about that, but yeah, it was good that it happened. Yeah, we got an opportunity.
yeah. So, Saurabh, tell me that since you are having a job at the Oracle and also at the same time you represent the United States of America in cricket, how do you juggle these two roles at a time?
Yeah, so initially when I started, USA was in Division 3, which didn't have too many international commitments that time. It used to be one major tournament every year, and the team used to meet like a couple of weeks before the tournament. So it wasn't that much of international tournaments. So first 2 3 years it was basically my main focus, still my full-time job, and club, like I said, local cricket is usually on the weekends, or at max it will be Friday Monday. So that used to be my case. So either Thursday night or Friday I'll fly or drive to wherever the matches are, play, and get back on Monday and work. And weekly I would usually, here we don't have a cricket pitch, still we don't have where I live for practice, so we practice indoors
Okay.
usually. So indoors we either do it in the afternoon in office time, so I maybe take an extended lunch break and practice for 2 hours, or I practice after work at night. So that's how the regular training works. Gym, I go to my office gym uh, during my work hours, or in the morning or evening. I manage that way. Yeah, to run my, I have the parks near my house that I run to do my fitness sessions. And yeah, we get the few players that are here, we get together and we train fielding, nets, and everything. So that's how we manage basically with work.
And do you carry your laptop with you all the time, even after? And is it true that you work even after the matches?
So locally, yes. Locally, I can work like from home. International tours, mostly I take like PTOs, like paid time offs.
Okay, okay, okay. So, sort of moving to the tournament part of the discussion, like, a few months back when the fixtures were announced, the schedule were out, USA, Canada, and Ireland, all three these, associate nations grouped with India and Pakistan. So, for the starters, people had thought that India and Pakistan would easily go through the Super 8. It was a no-brainer. But when a team like USA scripted, history, painted a different picture altogether, it was a stunning view. So I would like to know, going into the World Cup, what was the mindset when you knew that there are teams like India and Pakistan in the group?
So I think, like I told you before, that we had prepared well. Leading into the tournament, we had two series. We played a five-match T20 series against Canada, and we won 5-0. And we played a T20 series against Bangladesh, and we won
Bangladesh.
2-1. I think that gave us a lot of confidence that the team combination was forming well and everybody was performing in their roles. So, but the plan was not like thinking about Super 8 or anything. We were thinking about doing our best in every game. And you don't get these opportunities. I don't know when we will get to play teams of such quality. So we just wanted to make the best of it, and good thing was it was on grounds that we had played on, especially Dallas is what we play on usually. We played a major league season there as well. which helped us a lot. Most of us have played that tournament, which had top players from all over the world, and we had played in front of good crowds, and so we had that exposure. We knew that ground, so that helped as well. And the team combination, it formed well. Like, we created a good team culture with the coach and everything. So yeah, our strategy paid off. It was Our plan was to just be at the best of our game and wait for them to make a mistake. If they make a mistake, we need to make sure that we encash on it. So I think we executed well on that day under pressure.
Exactly. And talking about the mistakes that you talked about, the I would particularly mention the Pakistan game where the experienced Pakistani bowlers, the pressure was visible on them when during the that super over, and in fact in the death overs when you guys were chasing. And well, as I said, I spoke to your family earlier, right after the Pakistan game. And speaking of that super over, they told me that they didn't want to see you in that situation, bowling the super over. But as the match progressed to it, the decisive super over, what was the discussion in the dressing room and how did the ball come to you?
Yeah, so firstly, it is kudos to the batters to even get it, because they really bowled well in the last 4 overs of the game where they had stopped the boundaries, and the game
Yes,
came up to like 12 of 3 balls. And from that, for Aaron Jones to hit a six, and then for Nitish to
Nitish.
hit the boundary in the
Yeah,
last ball, that was really commendable effort to get the game to that stage. In the super over, yeah, initially I didn't know who was going to bowl it, so we were just waiting for captain and coach to decide. The good thing was that we batted first, and we got a boundary of the first ball. That was a big
yes,
plus for us, and the main difference I thought was the two wides that they bowled, and then on that wide we got an extra run also. Every time they
mm,
bowled a wide, we ran an extra run, and I think there was one overthrow also. So that
yes, yes, yes,
added up to like 5 extra runs. So instead of me defending like 14 or 15, it was 19. So it was 19 is a very good score in power play, like
yeah,
in per over. So it's
indeed.
good that the batsman could achieve that. Yeah, so once captain and coach they decided that I'll go, because I had a good day in the actual game. I had a good spell,
Mm,
so I was high on confidence as well. And I felt good that the coach and captain they trusted me to bowl that over. Uh, and we decided, we were clear about our plans, like what I wanted to bowl. And I was okay. If the batsmen still hit me on that plan, then they're good enough to hit me. So we'll take it. So I was just clear to just execute that plan. And I knew that I had to bowl 3 good balls, because if you're spending 19, you need 3 good balls and you should be safe. Even I bowled 2 wides in that
mm,
power play, but I still stuck to my plan. I wanted to bowl wide Yorkers because the other side, the offside was a big boundary, and the leg side was a small boundary, and the wind
yeah.
was going towards the leg side. So I wanted to make sure that they hit on the offside. So that was a simple plan. I just tried to do that, and I'm glad it executed.
Well, you guys were on the field, and we here in India were watching the match. And I turn on the Hindi commentary because an Indian bowling to Pakistan is a different vibe altogether, no matter which country he represents. So on Hindi commentary, former India cricketers Sanjay Manjrekar was there, and since you started with a wide Yorker, which was a legal delivery, but after that I think it went for a wide and so on. So as you tried bowling wide Yorkers, Sanjay Manjrekar on the commentary says कि I hope he bowls a legal delivery. If he bowls a wide, I guess 2 or 3 balls were left. मैं इन्हें मुंबई वापस आने नहीं दूंगा, he says. So the anticipation was so much high when you guys were facing Pakistan. But well, speaking about your confidence that you mentioned, I guess you carried it against India because I expected that you would, get out Rohit Sharma because we all know that he has a little bit of a problem against the left arm seamers. But you even got Virat Kohli adding, doubling up the fun for the USA team. So, what was the exactly plan? Because you guys moved from Dallas to New York, where the pitch was playing up for the Pacers. So, how did you plan these two dismissals, these two, important dismissals?
Yeah, I think that ground was new to us as well because we haven't also played there. It got constructed just for the World Cup, so it was new
Yes,
for us as well. But because we batted first, I actually saw like Arshdeep spell. He bowled really well on that pitch. So that was a good benchmark for me to observe and learn as to how he bowled. And the simple thing was in the power play, there was a swing on offer in the first few overs. So we also had a low score. So it was important for us to bowl good areas. I didn't plan the dismissals per se, but I just wanted to mix up my in swing, outswing, and just bowl like around top of off stump. That was the simple plan, and then see like, and I'm good that it executed well the first ball, and it swung nicely outside, and it grabbed the outside edge. So I'm happy that happened. And same with Rohit's ball. I think it stopped a little bit, and yeah, it was just the pitch helped me also, but I bowled a good length, so I'm maximized my chances of getting a wicket. So that was good.
and how was it catching up with your old friend Surya Kumar Yadav, who scored a 50 in that game? I saw pictures on Instagram, ICC's handle that you guys caught up before the game started.
Yeah, it was nice to see him like after almost more than a decade. I met him, so it's always good to see guys who you've played with since your childhood and they've made it big in. I mean, they're doing well in IPL. They're doing well for India. I think he's become one of the best batsmen, T20 batsmen in the world. So,
Yes,
and his innings was a key difference in that game as well. Otherwise, that game also could have gone close. But he played
exactly.
brilliant inning. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it was nice.
And lastly, I would like to have your opinion, not opinion, but views on this South Africa game that also went too close. You guys were almost through, but you know that it, certainly you guys did not manage to cross the finish line. So I just wanted to know what was the discussion inside the dressing room, or generally what are the discussions inside the dressing room when you guys lose such a close encounters?
Yeah, that game, I thought again a few key moments here and there. If we would have encashed on it, the result could have been different. But it was again a great fight. That pitch actually was good for batting,
Yeah,
and I think our bowlers. I think the way they started, Quinton batted really well. But the way we pulled it back, it looked like at a stage they'll get more than 200. But the way we pulled it back in the last 2 3 overs was good to restrict them, and our batters really showed that they can also bat well against top quality bowling. So like Andres Gauss, Harmeet Singh, they batted really well. Yeah, a
exactly.
few key moments here and there, like 2 3 sixes here and there, and you never know the result could have been different. So it's a good validation for us that consistently against three good teams back to back we did good performances. uh, so yeah, it's good start for us. Definitely so many things to learn. If you look at the last two games, we got battered in the last two games, so there's lots to learn as well. But it's good signs that the potential is there in the team. So now we have a good 2 years. At least good thing is that we have a qualification for the next World Cup. So we can build towards it and train harder and form good combinations and hopefully come as a stronger unit in the next World Cup.
Yeah, we also hope for the same. Saurabh, as you said, like, when you reached the USA in 2015 and gradually you came to know about the national cricket team being there and the entire setup. So I just wanted to ask you that the performance that this team has, showcased throughout the tournament, do you think this will change the perspective of the game? I mean, people's perspective to look at the game. how they are now, because cricket is a game that has, not thrive, but struggled to gain, traction in the country, because it's already with the people in the country are mad about basketball, baseball, and other Olympic sports, and where cricket is not that popular. So, do you think this campaign, this USA team's campaign, has made a difference as of now?
I think it's made a big difference. You can see local media have caught on to it. Lot of local people had shown up for the games, and they are now very interested in understanding about what the game is. It has created a big buzz actually, and it's on us now to continue that into a major league and into the bilateral series that we play from now on. Hopefully, better teams will be ready to play us in bilateral series so that we get more exposure and we can try out playing in different conditions. And hopefully, if we do well there, it's going to create a domino effect that more youngsters will pick up the sport. It will hopefully get into schools and everything. So I think the we've set the ball rolling, but it's still we need to consistently keep doing well, and at the same time, like investment in the infrastructure, building grounds, more pitches, all that also needs to happen. So there's a lot of responsibility on us as players and also the admin who's going to actually take care of the game. So if everything is right, then yes, people are now inquisitive and they will definitely take up the sport.
Nice, nice. And we will also looking forward. We'll be also looking forward to it. But Saurabh, before we wrap up this discussion, I would like to know, you have, seen the growth of this team, how they have went through different odds, and now that they competed in the T20 World Cup and really created a difference. What would you like to say about it when you look back at the journey of this team?
Yeah, I just want to say like everybody should be proud of their efforts and take time to acknowledge that and be grateful to whoever supported us, our families, our work, like everybody back home, our fans, whoever made this possible for us, like with the facilities that we trained at. So it's all everybody's effort and volunteers. There are so many volunteers in USA who help us manage these local tournaments and everything. All those things go towards preparing us for this tournament. And yeah, a big thanks to everybody. And it's everybody's win. It's just a start now, and we need to keep doing better.
Yes, we wish you all the best. And last question. Saurabh, there is a IPL mega auction later this year. So, given a performance in the T20 World Cup, do you expect that the franchises might look at you or give a look at you when the auctions happen?
I mean, from my side, I don't want to expect anything, but yeah, it is what it is. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. My hand
Okay,
is
and
just I'll
yeah, yeah,
keep doing.
carry on, carry on.
Yeah, for me, it's just
Okay,
every time I enter the field, I play any match. I just want to give my best and not think about any fruits of my actions. They will happen. If I deserve, I will get. If not, whatever. I'll keep working hard. I'll keep training and enjoying the game.
okay. Well, we wish you all the best for your future endeavors, and we'll be looking forward to watch you in the next World Cup as well. Till then, keep playing and keep making us proud. Thank you so much for your time. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah, thanks, man. Same here. Thanks. Thanks for the wishes.